Hello and welcome. I'm Domina Della Pie, Mistress Asher Storm. The story being heavily circulated today is the Dr. Dre, called a billionaire, and his daughter, who's 38, homeless, living in her car. She is working as a driver for food delivery services, such as DoorDash and so on, Skip the Dishes. Those are just examples of, I don't know which one she's working for, but this is the sort of thing she's doing. She apparently has 4 children. They live with relatives scattered about. And I hear many Black people talking about, oh, she's a parasite and blah, blah, blah. You know, Black people have many opinions on the lives of others, and I'm no different. So, now, Dr. Dre was in the news very recently, like less than a month ago, it seemed, for having been divorcing some Caucasian woman that he was married to. Dr. Dre is Black. In the music industry, he was, I guess, largely known for, apart from being a rapper and whatever, yeah, because I don't follow these people, but Beats by Dre were these headphones that he sold, and seemed as though he was very successful at it, because I would see those headphones all over the place on people's heads. I also heard that those headphones are actually not that good. Anyway, he profited. He made loads and loads of money. I mean, the woman that he recently divorced or is divorcing, she's being given like $300,000 a month. Did I hear this correctly? $300,000 a month, and it's going to be determined what she really is going to have, you know. But for now, it's 300,000. That gives you an idea of the amount of money this guy is worth in that world. Because I'm not of that world, I separate myself from this lifestyle, you know, where a Black man can have children with a Black woman, children who look like him. And for whatever reason, the union or the relationship or situationship dissolves, and, you know, his children are abandoned. Well, actually, no, that's the thing. He didn't abandon his children in that, especially this woman, she's 38. She has 4 children. Apparently, up until not very long ago, he stopped giving to her because he'd been giving her an allowance regularly. But I suppose he decided at some point that she is old enough, you know, she's an adult and she's a parent. The problem is, I don't know what her issues are, what her psychological, mental health issues. She clearly has some. So she is not with her children. She's had to give them up to be raised by family members, which is a recurring theme in the Black community. Black women always having multiple children. They can't have 1 or 2. They gotta have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They just gotta be like baby making machines. And they are often with men who are unstable and unwilling to support these children. So where are the fathers of the 4 children? That's the number one question. And why are they not supporting them? Or are they? Now, another thing I heard that I thought was outrageous. This woman, well, I keep saying girl because I'm older and she just sounds very immature, but she is living in an SUV that she is leasing. She is paying. Do you know that's the worst thing you can do, is lease an auto? Especially if you have nothing, you're homeless, you have children to support, but you're not even able to support your children, barely supporting yourself. She needs, I guess, the vehicle to do the job, right? But do you have to drive whatever it is you're driving that it costs you $2,600 every 3 weeks? It's not even a month. So you're living obviously far beyond your means. And I wonder, are you living far beyond your means because your father is who he is and you had grown accustomed to a particular lifestyle? Well, that's part of the problem. Black men having children, dropping them all over the place, you know, and then you see her father is dating this one and that one, and, you know, spending money. Money is being spent on women, other women, And in her mind, it's like, why isn't my father giving me? Well, I heard he was giving you until recently, because what about, what about the fathers of your 4 children? And why do you have to lease a car that costs that much? Why do black people like to spend and live beyond their means? Why must black people always have labels and brand names that they can't afford, but they want to flash around and impress people with? You see, I don't know that lifestyle. I don't want to know that lifestyle. That's what consciousness means, okay? I'm not in any conscious community. I'm not a part of that nonsense. Consciousness means to me that I will not utter a label of a European. I will not place it on my back, on my foot, on my body. I've been given gifts of labels, brand names, and I've given them as gifts to others because I don't want to be one of those people who is advertising products for Europeans. Europeans, let's be real, let's be honest, they hate black people. It doesn't matter how much money you make, they hate you. And even, they'll tolerate you if you are upper echelon, you're making your millions and your billions, but they still, deep down, they have their issues on race because, unfortunately, it's built into the framework of society. You are immediately reduced in their eyes, in their minds, in their hearts. They started out by saying you were a subspecies. The same people who love their dogs, into dogs, animals. Some have sex with animals, with their dogs. But they're calling black people a subspecies. So I don't know if the black people are so insecure and they want to show that they have some value and worth. And they think that their value and worth comes from associating with and mating, procreating with people who are not black. Look, and just lest you try to call me racist, the dearest person in my heart that consistently has shown me love, unconditional love, and I have the same for her. She's a white woman in Wisconsin. Hi, Colleen. she's my sister, okay? She's my sister by another mother. She's my sister because she's just loved me from the start. I don't know where the hell she came from. I met her on social media and we just clicked. And why did we click? Because she's the one I think initiated the contact. She is the one who added me and never subtracted me, multiplied me, never divided me. She's the one who was always supportive, always speaking love into my life, always positive and encouraging and supportive, where my own black people, including my family members, have never shown any interest. Or, you know what they do? They show interest, but behind my back, where they go and gossip amongst themselves after stalking and spying on me online, listening to my recordings and discussing amongst themselves and never acknowledging what I have done or said. Okay? That's what black people do. So I have mad love for Colleen. She's an Irish background American woman. And it's just, I see the way she lives with her family. She loves her husband. Her husband loves her. She's got her son. And I don't know, they adopted some other guy. He's not their child, but they treat him. It's, from what I can see, they treat him as he's part of the family. That's love, you see. And the guy lives with them. I don't know where his parents were, but it doesn't matter because he's with them. And I think it's a beautiful thing. They're into nature and living right and not living beyond their means. They're working, hardworking people. And, it's just, I have seen white people who are worthy. Unfortunately, there are very few like Colleen. Colleen is rare. Yesterday, I was called a unicorn by a black man. He called me a unicorn because, all these black guys now have so many things to say about black women because, many black women are showing their ass these days. But the reason they're showing their ass is because the black man showed his ass first, talking a lot of shit about African-American women. And the African-American women, rightly so, they push back, right? And I don't like what's going on right now. The lack of unity and harmony and the anger I'm seeing displayed from both sides and the lashing out. Recently I saw this he's called an elder. He's an older, I don't know if he's in 70s, 80s, But he's toothless. He's toothless, and he's on social media every day. He's got how you say, he is on YouTube, and he crossed my timeline. He crossed my vision, and there he was. He said the word Cynthia G. I was like, what? What's he saying about Cynthia G? Cynthia G is somebody I follow, and I like her because she is pointing things out that need to be pointed out. Okay. And what is happening, instead of these black males listening and following, they are fighting. They are resisting. All I'm hearing, yeah, she's disparaging. Yes, she call them dusties because they act like it. They are not interested in improving themselves. They are not interested in elevating themselves. All they're interested in is being what they are, chasing after women of what she calls no color, calling the women of no color their preference, and speaking ill of black women, putting down black women, disparaging, always bad words, bad feelings, just nasty energy, low vibrational beings is what I see. And obviously there are the unicorns. There are the black men who are worthy, but they're few. And for some odd reason, these dusties are not interested in being like a great black man. They're not emulating as role models great black men. I know there are few, but grab onto them and learn from them. Instead, they're following all sorts of, questionable black males. There's a black male who is obviously deep in the closet. He is gay. He is gay. He is gay. Kevin Kitten Heels S. I'm not going to say his full name, but he is directing, he is instructing, he's teaching a legion of black males how to be in life, which is the wrong way because he puts down women. But you see, there are these dumb black women who have, they lack the good sense, common sense. They have no sense. And they are calling in this man's program to ask him basically to rate them and give his opinion of them and their lives, which is just so stupid. And all he does is put people down. And one time I heard him talking to a black male who'd called his program, and he was asking the man about his penis size. What you working with? What you working with? What the hell is this? Why is the black male so heavily sexually obsessed? You see, that's what's keeping you from elevating. It's keeping you from ascending. It's keeping you low in the bowels, in the sewage. That's where you are swimming around and fighting to get at black women. And the black women are rising as well, and they're rejecting you, and you hate them. And all the men, and that includes the white ones, the white Rasta too, who come after black women. Any of the white guys who come after black women, and the black women don't accept them. They are so shocked. Because they're so used to black women, because they go chasing after this group or subgroup of black women who gladly take them, happily take them. Because what they do, they flash some money. These guys like to flash money to women, and the women jump at it like little dogs jumping for some treats. And I am like, ew. I used to hang out with a white Rasta man. He would invite me all over the place to music festivals and events and shows. And, most of the times I didn't go, but sometimes I did. And we would stop by for something to eat, go for a roti. Every single time without fail, when we are getting something for us to eat, he will pull out a huge wad of money. He didn't have it. I don't know. Did he have a wallet? I don't even know. All I knew, he had a big waterman. There's somebody called Country Wayne in Atlanta. On his program, he shows that he just pulls out a big wad of money, and the women are, oh my God, everybody's going crazy, or even including the guys. No. That doesn't work on me. That shit doesn't work on me. That's why I'm a unicorn. Your money does nothing to or for me. It doesn't. In fact, actually it does. It makes me want to throw up all over you. It makes me feel nauseated because you think you can use your wad of money to control me or to even get me. Oh, no. It doesn't work this way. You got to be a decent human being. And a decent human being doesn't go flashing money around, especially to people who he thinks have none or have less than he has. It's a showing off. I don't if you want to show off, go on stage and, like Country Wayne, right? He's literally doing a program. He's doing a show. And in that regard, I understand it's a joke, haha. But for many guys, it's not a joke, because I can testify to having been in the presence of a white male, so-called Rasta, who would, when it's time to pay for food that I ordered, he ordered his food, I ordered mine, and I'm quite ready, willing, and able to pay for my own food, because I don't go anywhere without. If I don't have the money, I'm not going. I didn't go because you invited me, okay? I go because you invited me, and I know that I can afford. If anything happens, I can call a taxi. I can find my way home. I don't really need you. But, your company is okay. It's not, I could take it or leave it. I took it because you've asked me so many times, and I decided, I don't want to be a bitch. Let me, every now and then say okay to this guy, right? But a lot of these white guys think they can get into our pants. And unfortunately, many of you black women make it very easy for them. You sleep with them because they're white, just like the black guys with the white girls and the Asian girls and the Latinas and they are with all the non-black women. And what do I see? Especially those with loads of money, they have to pay heavily. Because why? Because they have issues and problems that they've never addressed. They need to heal, and they've never healed. And they have the same problems that they had with black women. They go into relationships with non-black women, and guess what? It doesn't last. And they have to end up paying a hell of a lot of money to white chicks or to non-black chicks that they were married to, in relationships with. They got to pay through the... I don't hear them crying about that, but they're calling black women gold diggers. Bam. Anyway, Dr. Dre's daughter, she's 38 years old. She cannot take care of herself, and her 4 children. So she's homeless, living in a car that she's paying way too much for. $2,600 for every 3 weeks she has to pay. She said she made the first payment and she's not been able to make another. So she's living with a high stress level because she's afraid anytime they're going to repossess the car. She's going to show up and boom, the car is gone. So then she is truly homeless. So people are, they have a lot to say to Dr. Dre about, oh, well, you're a millionaire or a billionaire, and why can't you should be able to, but the thing is, it's not so simple. You can't keep throwing money at some people, because they're just going to keep taking the money. And if they have in their mindset to live beyond their means, to be irresponsible and stupid, that's what they're going to be. Now, you find out from your daughter or your son, what it is that he likes, what does he enjoy, what does he excel at, what are his talents, what's he good at. And you can invest in him, in a business to operate, right? Chances are you're going to be successful if you're doing something that you have a passion for, that you do very well, that you excel at, right? So that's one of the ways that you can help your children, black people, that you don't. A lot of black people are just parents. Black parents I've observed. They work very hard, especially the black women. They work hard to achieve and to acquire. And when they have the status and the standards, they have the house with everything, and they have their car. They have everything that is seen as a status symbol. And yes, the children are there and enjoying the fruits of these labors, but they don't instill in the children ways to build themselves so that they can be as successful as their parents. Instead, the parents seem to like to see the children struggle. They like to see the children struggle because it's an ego. Their ego tells them, oh, look at me, I'm so great. And look at this little child. They don't try to help their child to develop and grow. Especially, they ignore the issues in the household, issues such as domestic violence, where the man is beating the crap out of the woman or the woman beating the crap out of the man. Now, the children are witnessing that. That affects them to the core. It really does. It gives them a sense of fear. It gives them a sense of instability, because if mom and daddy are fighting, somebody could leave and then we'll be homeless, and all this stuff goes through the children's mind, that when you're fighting, you are always fighting in front of the children, and you don't ever consider that it affects them deeply. Okay, many issues in the black family that are not addressed, and one of the ones I really can't stand is the tendency to have multiple children, multiple baby mama, baby daddy, baby. You don't marry them. You just hit and run, and the black women too willing to spread their legs to take dick and have children that again they are left with abandoned because where is the children? Where is the children's father? You don't know. And he doesn't care. But they are the children though. And I saw a guy yesterday. I know I'm running past my 20 minutes, but yesterday somebody circulating on social media, oh, how he loves, there's nothing better than to just empty out his sperm into a woman's coochie. You know, he loved to just dump all his freaking cum in her poom poom. And I'm like, yeah, well, you better be ready for all the children that you're living in there. Okay, because that's how you all end up with multiple children from woman to woman to woman, and you're not taking care of any of them. But your instant gratification is, oh, you just released another load in another pussy. And then you're going to go on to the next. And that's my problem with the black women accepting you guys, thinking that they care. They give you some words. Black guys lie a lot. They tell so many freaking lies. They're the biggest fucking liars around. Why? Because they listen to the white man, who is an even bigger liar, right? But in our circle, the black guys lie. They talk and it's just lies. But then I listen to the white guy. He lies. So guys are big stinking liars, right? And the women, they want to be loved. They want love. They listen to these guys. They believe these guys. The guys will say whatever it takes to get into your panties. And they'll do what it takes to, including showing wads and stacks of freaking cash. I don't want your cash. And you black women, you better don't be impressed by these guys. Make them really be worthy of you, because you are of value. Regardless of what they say, regardless of what Kevin Kittenhill Samuel say, you are of great value. And you must upgrade yourselves instead of downgrading by choosing to sleep with dusties. I am Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, subscribe. Good day.